Well, Justin, we're upstairs in this beautiful home, and first thing I noticed when we walked up here is this green floor. What is this?
This is warm board. So in this house, we're going to be using radiant heat with hydronic tubing that runs through the floor. On this level, we're using a warm board. And so the hydronic tubing will be run through these channels, kind of loop around. There's a couple areas we are going to need to cut some additional channels to complete these loops, but for the most part, it's already set up for this. The warm board is an 1 1/8" subfloor. Mm-hmm. It's going to take the place of your traditional, like a 3/4 OSB or plywood subfloor, and it allows us. It's got an aluminum skin on the top that is supposed to be very efficient at transmitting the heat from the radiant tubing throughout the floor. One of the benefits for this type of floor is if you want to do tile or hardwood directly over it, I can nail a hardwood floor directly to this surface.
Really? So is this a fluid that goes through this?
Well, there will be a glycol water mixture that will flow through the tubes that we're going to press within these channels here, and that's where the heat will come from. That's going to take place in the boiler room downstairs, and that will be transmitted up through different zones throughout the house.
So there will be no forced air through this whole house?
There will be no forced air heat through this house, but we do have a mechanical ventilation system in this house. This is going to be a pretty sophisticated one, so I've got a unit down in the mechanical room that will bring in fresh air from the outside. Mm-hmm. We'll condition that air and then distribute it throughout the house in strategic locations, and it will also exhaust air from bathrooms, from the laundry room and other strategic locations, so that we're removing the stale air, providing fresh air. There will also be a couple of sensors available to detect CO2 levels, VOCs, and so forth.
All right, Justin, since we're talking about flooring, let's just continue that conversation. We're outside on the upstairs or the upper level deck. Tell me about this deck. What is this material that we're looking at here?
Well, this is actually our roofing material here. This is a TPO. This is a plastic membrane, and if you look real close, Steve, you can see that this flattish roof actually has a taper to it, and it's going to slope to both sides, and that's achieved through a foam system, a tapered foam system underneath this membrane, and this will actually be our rooftop deck. We're going to install some tapered sleepers and some decking material over this, and so this will be a nice flat deck. You won't notice that 1/4 inch per foot slope that you may feel right now.